Hi, nice to see you. Now, what do you think the best thing to make out of sheep's wool is? I'd say more sheep. So in this video, I thought I'd give you a quick overview as to how I made these sheep. I've also got a green one here and some more sensible coloured ones. So in order to start off making these sheep, these are made using needle felting. Now, sorry to repeat myself for anyone who's already watched some of my videos, but for anyone who's new, with needle felting, you get sheep's wool. So this is sheep's wool that hasn't been spun, so you can't knit with it or anything like that yet, but it's been washed, so it's off a sheep and it's got no, had the curls taken out of it. You get a barbed needle, which is a special type of needle felting needle, and then you stab the wool repeatedly, and you do this a lot. It's a long process, but it's very therapeutic and it's great for relaxation and de-stressing. As you stab it, the barbs on the needle pull the fibres through the wool and sort of bonds them together, and then eventually you end up with nice firm wool like you see here. So the white bit of her body would have started off like this. And then you do that repeatedly. So you make the body, and then I would have made the head and attached onto the body, the ears, attached them onto the head, and the legs I would have made separately as well, and then attached them on. And what you can do with these parts that you're attaching, if you leave the fibres loose, when you make the head, so you make it into like a circle, but leave the fibres loose, it's much easier to attach it to the body and the legs and so on. And then once she was finished, and I was quite happy with her shape, I would have got some wool. So pretty coloured wool. I don't actually have the same as what I used on her here, but something like this, and then you would get the strands of this. I can pull some out and then place them over her like this, and then stab those strands into place with your needle, and then lay them out so they're all nicely around her. Even this one's got a little tail that sticks at the back, and onto her head as well. And so you can get, these are called locks that come off a sheep. So they're just a nice curly wool that comes off a sheep, so they haven't been carded, so the curl hasn't been taken out. And you can get these in loads of different colours. So you can, there's pink, there's red, these are just the ones I've got here, blue, orange, I have a lot of wool, pink, lovely mustard yellow, light green, and even multicoloured. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can get white wool, like it would have been when it comes off a white breed of sheep, and then you can dye it yourself using either natural dyes or some more chemically dyes, depending on what suits you. So I've made this pink one here, and she was named Baarbie. Get the joke? This one here is the blue one, and he was called Baarnaby. And this green one, I'll be honest with you, I can't remember what I called him, but I'd imagine it was something like Bertie or something. I don't know, but knowing what I'm like, something like that. I'll have to see if my son remembers. He's quite good at remembering names. And then on a more serious note, I made this little grey sheep. She's made of a lovely wool, much more natural. So this would have been the natural colour of the sheep. So the grey was natural, and then the grey locks as well. Probably might have even come off the same sheep. Much more natural colour. They won't have been dyed. And then we've got this sheep here sitting down. He's more difficult to see because he's black. I'm pretty sure this was made using Welsh wool. That's wool that's off the Welsh sheep. It's like a breed of sheep rather than sheep that live in Wales. It's a lovely type of wool. It's quite difficult to see with the camera, but it's lovely. And then we've got this one, who's a smaller sheep again, and he's probably made of Manx or Hackton wool, and then got something like a Welsh sheep locks put on him too. And then they've got beads for their eyes, and then I've just needle felted little mouths onto them too. So as you can see, the world is your oyster when it comes to what colour you want to make your sheep, or you can go down a more realistic route and go for a more sensible colour here. So I hope that's been useful, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to stay subscribed if you're interested to see what I'm up to next, and if you have any comments, just put them below and I'll get back to you. See you next time. Bye bye.